The Cleveland Browns, one of the most traditional franchises in the NFL, face one of the most complex and decisive challenges in their recent history: the search for a quarterback who can lead the team to a promising future. With uncertainty surrounding Deshaun Watson, who may miss the 2025 season due to injury, and his underwhelming performance since signing a fully guaranteed $230 million contract, the team finds itself at a crossroads. The need to find a quality quarterback, preferably at an affordable cost, has become an absolute priority for the team's management. Before we continue with the news, I kindly ask you to feel free to subscribe to the channel and leave your like on this video now, so you don't miss the latest Cleveland Browns updates we post here. Thank you very much. Now, moving on. When the Cleveland Browns acquired Deshaun Watson in one of the most controversial and expensive trades in NFL history, the expectation was that he would become the centerpiece to lead the team back to the top of the league. However, a series of factors, including injuries and inconsistent performance, have resulted in the investment not yielding the expected results. Watson, once considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league, has been unable to replicate the same level of play that made him a star with the Houston Texans. The injury that sidelined him for the 2025 season has only worsened the situation, leaving the Browns in a delicate position. With a massive contract and an uncertain future, the team must seek alternatives to avoid compromising their chances of success in the coming years. The search for a quarterback who can take the reins of the team, whether as a temporary or long-term solution, has become a critical mission. On Thursday, the scenario took a new turn with the visit of Russell Wilson, the current quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, to Cleveland. Wilson, a seasoned veteran and Super Bowl champion, was in town to discuss possibilities with the Browns management. The presence of Myles Garrett, the team's defensive star and one of the highest-paid players in the NFL, during the meeting caught everyone's attention. Garrett, who recently signed a 4-year contract extension averaging $40 million per year, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in league history, has a direct interest in resolving the quarterback issue. After all, a team with a strong defense led by Garrett needs an efficient offense to compete at a high level. Garrett's presence at the meeting with Wilson demonstrates the commitment of both the player and the organization to finding the missing piece of the puzzle. During a press conference to announce his contract extension, Garrett was asked what he would say to Russell Wilson to convince him to join the Browns. His response was as simple as it was effective. "I won't sack him 3 or 4 times a year," Garrett said with a smile on his face. Garrett's statement was not just a joke, but also a demonstration of how he can be an influential ambassador for the team. As one of the league's best defenders, Garrett knows that his presence on the field is an intimidating factor for any opposing quarterback. By suggesting that Wilson wouldn't have to worry about being sacked by him, Garrett offered a compelling argument for the quarterback to consider moving to Cleveland. The dynamic between Russell Wilson and Myles Garrett takes on a special flavor when considering the historic rivalry between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The two teams, both part of the AFC North, have one of the fiercest rivalries in the NFL. In recent years, Garrett has had success pressuring and sacking Wilson on multiple occasions, making Wilson's potential move to Cleveland even more intriguing. This situation isn't just a classic case of, if you can't beat them, join them. Instead, it's a smart strategy by Wilson to avoid being targeted by one of the league's most dominant defenders. After all, no one wants to be sacked by Myles Garrett, and the possibility of playing alongside him, rather than against him, could be a decisive factor in Wilson's choice. The search for a quality quarterback isn't just a sports issue, but also a financial one. Deshaun Watson's contract, with its astronomical value, already represents a significant portion of the team's salary cap. Adding another high-cost quarterback could compromise the Browns' ability to strengthen other positions on the roster. That's why the team is seeking a solution that combines quality and cost-effectiveness. Russell Wilson, who is in the later stages of his career, could be a viable option, especially if he's willing to negotiate a more affordable contract. Additionally, his experience and leadership could be valuable assets for a team seeking stability and consistency. The decision to sign a new quarterback will have a profound impact on the future of the Cleveland Browns. If the team can find the right piece, whether it's Russell Wilson or another player, they could become strong contenders for the playoffs and, eventually, the Super Bowl. However, if the choice isn't the right one, the Browns could remain stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, wasting the talent of players like Myles Garrett. Garrett's presence, as he is in the prime of his career, increases the pressure for the team to make the right decisions. With a contract that keeps him on the team for 6 seasons, Garrett represents the defensive core of the Browns and one of the franchise's pillars. To maximize his potential, the team needs to build a competitive roster across all areas, starting with the quarterback position. The Cleveland Browns are at a decisive moment in their history. The search for a quarterback who can lead the team to a promising future is a complex task, involving sports, financial, and strategic considerations. With Deshaun Watson facing uncertainties and Russell Wilson emerging as an interesting option, the team's management has a crucial decision to make. Myles Garrett, as one of the team's leaders and one of the highest-paid players in the NFL, plays a fundamental role in this process. His influence and commitment could be decisive factors in attracting a quality quarterback and building a competitive roster. As Browns fans anxiously await news, one thing is certain: the future of the franchise depends on the choices that will be made in the coming months. The NFL is an unpredictable league, and a team's success depends on a combination of talent, strategy, and a bit of luck. For the Cleveland Browns, the time to act is now. With the leadership of Myles Garrett and the potential addition of an experienced quarterback like Russell Wilson, the team has the opportunity to write a new chapter in its history. It remains to be seen whether the management will make the right choices to turn this potential into concrete results. Stay up to date with everything happening with the Cleveland Browns and follow the latest news firsthand. Subscribe to the channel to receive all updates directly and make sure you don't miss any important details.